All right, welcome everybody to this broadcast, and today I want to officially um, thank you and welcome you to our channel where we share business and leadership ideas that could help you change your life and your career, your business, and your ministry. So, to this very afternoon, we've come your way with another episode of our in our sections, and a simple but topic. We want to consider working smart or work smart, not hard. Work smart, not hard. Work smart, not hard. So today I have a father to join us to give us insight about this very topic, and I would like you to subscribe to our channel, like our page, leave us with a comment, and keep the questions. And when the time comes, I will read it for Papa to give us answers to those questions. So keep sharing the page and like our YouTube channel. We are live on YouTube and we are on Facebook. Feel free to leave us your questions and I would be answering it for you as time goes on. So we have a father here today who is going to take us through this section. There is a lot to be learned about him. In fact, a lot. But I will give you few of them as I leave the podium for him. So his official name is Alex Djaba, and he is a pastor in the Apostolic Church Ghana. He also doubles as a minister in the Apostolic Church Ghana. He's also the CEO of Sirocco African Limited. He's also another managing director for Active Heights Property Limited. He is also the national president of Ghana Cosmetics and Manufacturing Industries. He's also um, their national president. So he's a big man. We're going to talk to him today. He has a lot of pedigree. As the time comes, we will be asking more questions about what he does, and then I'm sure it will encourage you also. So this very um, afternoon, I have Pastor Alex Djaba with me here on Facebook and YouTube. Papa, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Uh, we want to thank you very much for making time to join us on this training. We are so much grateful for this opportunity. So I will leave this section for you so that you educate us on what you have for us today.
Okay. Thank you very much, and good afternoon to all my listeners and viewers. This afternoon, we're going to look at work smart, not hard. It's a very broad topic, though, but I'll try myself to summarize everything to the understanding of everyone. After the presentation, you can ask me questions on it and I will answer. When we talk about work smart, not hard, it has a broad explanation. Let's say, for example, waking up early in the morning and going to work and coming home very late at night. The question is, will that make you successful in life? That is a big question that we all need to ask ourselves. Is it the waking up early, going to work, go and work the whole day till half of the night before coming home? Working smart, as we are going to learn about it this afternoon, it will show you how to connect your values. Then the meaning of yourself as a human being. Are you important, and how do you see yourself? And then also the meaning of your goals, the goals that you set before you. Working smart also will show you the great time management practice that allows you for more balance in your life and hitting the deadlines on your schedule. It's all about time management and how to do get relief, how to be efficient in going around your business activities. Or I want us to first look at some of the benefits of working smart and not hard. Not hard. It makes you a more efficient worker. One of the benefits of working smart and not hard is that it makes you a more efficient worker. More efficient worker in a sense that you beat your timelines. You take advantage of opportunities and chances. Your values and your energy are optimized on time. That is working smart and not hard. And when we look at it in a broader sense, someone who works hard uses all his energy but achieve little. Using all your energy and achieving little, that can even make you fall sick. And when you fall sick, you'll be bedridden. So what are some of the things that you need to put in place for you to be able to do the hardest work, but in the smartest way? There are certain things that you need to put together. And these are the things that you need to put together to do the hardest work in a smart way, which you are not going to find yourself doing it hard, but in a smart way. And that is, say, you have your taxes to perform. All that you do is that you need to say goodbye to all those multi-taxing. You need to say goodbye to them and make sure that you revise every activity that you do daily as a businessman or as an entrepreneur. You need not to pile yourself with so many activities at a time, but you need to focus on a particular task at a time. That is that you must complete your task in batches. You pick one task, you execute it, you are okay with it, then you move to the next task. That will not make you stress. It will not bring stress on you. It will not also give you headache. Most of times we find ourselves passing through high blood pressures, stress, and some other sort of sicknesses and ailment. Is because we burden ourselves with multiple taxes that we put before us. We need to take a break. If you want to work smart, you need to take a break. In between your first tax and your second tax, there's always the need for you to give a break. That break refreshes your mind, gives you more ideas, and then you move to the next task. Let's say, for example, in a company setup where you need to complete a particular project on schedule and deliver it so you can get the next one, or you can take advantage of those people who claim to be working relax, ponder over the previous task and how the next task will begin. That will make you have a time or more rest for yourself, because with the strategies that you put in place, the mechanisms that you put in place, all those things will, in essence, allow you to finish your tasks very early and on time, because you allot a time for every task that you are going to perform. There wouldn't be anything like distraction. Nothing like distraction. Sometimes when you are working and your phone is on, your WhatsApp is on, or anything of distraction is on, you'll see that when you work, you need to break, you need to answer your WhatsApp messages or Facebook messages or your text messages, or you receive calls. All these things will be distracting you. So the smartest way, if you want to accomplish a particular task at a time, you will then need to maybe off your phone, or the things that will distract you, you put them aside and concentrate on whatever you are doing. In that case, your task will be completed on time. And then you have time also to access that particular task, whether it is finished and finished well. So we need rest, fresh, a rest. Our brain at is tracking our time. That is time management. For you to work smart, you need to work on your time, which is very, very, very important. Sometimes when we work, because we don't time ourselves, the only thing we do is that we work it anyhow. As and when we finish, it's okay. But know that in the business world, there's always competitiveness. Competition is the key. Entrepreneurs want to move faster and hit the goal. So if you are someone that you don't work with your time, you don't manage your time, you see yourself working hard, but you are not being smart. And that can cost you a lot of contracts. Those who pursue especially government contracts and private contracts, when you don't use your time well, you don't manage your time, you don't schedule your tasks based on not be able to complete your project on time, and that will cost you. But to work smart, you need to make sure that you plan your time very well. You don't joke with your time. When you are starting work at 8 o'clock, it's your 8 o'clock. From 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you have scheduled every minute, every second, every hour in that particular period. And when that is done and you go according to plan, you see yourself completing the task prior to time, and you have an excess time either to relax a bit or for you to continue with the next task, which is the key in some of our successes. Then the next task you need to do is also for you to adjust your attitude. You need to adjust your attitude. Some of us, our attitude towards work, though we want to make money, we are very lazy. We are too comfortable to take initiatives. We are too comfortable to take risks. There is a saying that it is risky not to take a risk. If you don't want to take a risk, it is very, very risky for you. Then you are heading towards failure. For every successful business or a successful man, there is always an element of risk. And most of the risks that we businessmen we take are very, very, very high risks. When you take a higher risk, a higher returns you get. You need to be smart. You can take the risks and you fail. In that sense, you fail only when you are trying to work hard and not being smart. You fail. But when you have taken the highest risk and you are smart with the risks that you have taken, your returns will be very huge and you make a lot of profit or a lot of impact. And if you are working on a project for someone, they will see you as an efficient person. That they will not look at the effective side, but efficient side, because they know that the risk that you have taken is very huge. And within that risk element, we're able to use a time frame to accomplish that. We also look at making your routine stick to order. You have a routine and you are saying that you're waking up at 8 o'clock. So from 8 to 9 o'clock, you are going to answer emails. You are going to call your business partners. You are going to sign letters. These are your routines every morning. So you keep to those routines. You do not let any other thing distract you. Go straight to the point. I will make calls from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So all your appointments with calls should be in the morning. If you are making an appointment and it's in the morning, make sure that all your appointments will be in the morning, not when you start work. Visitors or making appointments, or you'll be making calls. When you do that, you are going to distract what you are doing, and it will work that you are not going to meet your standard, and you are also going to delay in delivering. If you are working under a boss, that boss has the right to fire you because the time frame is not met. If you want to be smart and work smart and not working hard, you need also to enjoy the outdoors. You make yourself available for social gatherings or going to place of entertainment, place of enjoyment, place of relaxation, for you to always fresh your mind, make your mind very, very fresh, conceive new ideas, how to do a task before you. Sometimes when you are performing the task, though, you have put things together, you have arranged that you are doing A, B, C, D. You get to a place, the task is so much difficult. You can take a break and then just go back, relax, ponder over the problem before you. When you are able to point out the problem, analyze the problem, where the problem is coming from, how the problem came about, how it will be solved. Do you have any solution to it? If you don't have solution to it personally, who has that solution? When you go back and you are somewhere, maybe lonely or at the beachside or at a place where you find comfort, you begin to ponder over all those things. And you see that your mind will be fresh and solution to your problem will always come. In that case, this is what you do. The appointment or your schedule or your task for that period that you are using it for the break, you can reschedule it. So your routine can be rescheduled from time to time as and when necessary, so that you can have that break, go and relax, ponder over issues, and come back to continue with your task. You need also to prioritize everything. Order of priority is very key if you want to be smart. Prioritize everything. Mostly, a successful businessman will always do the hardest tasks in the early hours of the working days. In the morning, make sure that the tasks that are very complex, you make sure that you execute them in the morning. Because in the morning, you are so fresh, you are strong, your mind is working, your blood is flowing nicely. So the hardest work should start from the morning. Then you are being smart. When you are going to the mid-afternoon, to the late afternoon, to the evening, then you are getting worried, you are getting weak, and you cannot perform hardest tasks. So in this case, doing the hardest in the morning, when you are getting tired, the rest of the tasks that are not difficult, you will now leave them and postpone them or reschedule them to another period or another date. One thing also you will also do is for you to enjoy the work that you like most. Sometimes we take particular tasks that we are not familiar with. We don't have any specialization. We always do them, and you see that we are struggling. You struggle on it for the whole month, you are not able to do it. So why not looking for taxes or the businesses that you are most comfortable with, that you can do it and do it well, where you are going to hire someone to do it and you don't have the expertise. The smartest way is for you to hire somebody with that expertise at a lower rate, of which when that project particularly is a project that is awarded to you and you need to execute it and also get something for yourself. You can take contracts that you have no knowledge of, but you can hire people. When you take the contract, you can hire people, being the smartest person, who can do it at a lower wage rate, and they can execute it for you. But you don't go around looking for the people who cannot do it and want to manage and get a bigger returns, a bigger margin of profit, and you can take the whole month, a whole 2 months, a whole 6 months, and you'll not be able to complete that task. In that sense, when you do that, nobody will try to award any contracts to you, and nobody will even need service. The day you say you are working hard and you are not making any meaningful gain. The next one too is that you need to enhance your communication. When you are given a contract, for you to be smart and complete the task very fast, you need to ask questions early. Early questions are better than mid or late questions. When you ask questions very early, you seek to get answers and you seek to know the problems that you are going to face in future. For example, if I want to enter into water project, I need to ask some questions. I'll go around trying to get some questionnaires and get some answers from people who maybe drink water, the brand they drink, and also why they like that brand. I also go to the companies that produce the sachet water or the bottled water. I ask them so many questions. From the beginning stages, I ask all those questions. So I know the product that they want on the market. I also know the difficulties that those people who produces those products, the difficulties they are facing. And in actual fact, I also know the gains. Because when you are going there, you are not going there as a competitor, but you are going there as someone who is doing maybe a project and needs answers to certain solutions to write thesis. And so when you go there, you ask so many questions and you come and sit back. You know the problem you are going to face already, so you find solution to them. But if you don't do that kind of feasibility studies and you start the work, you are not being smart. You face problem and then you just be locked up somewhere. Your capital will lock up somewhere, and now you'll be blaming maybe the government. The government need not to be blamed. Sometimes we give blame to some of our subordinates or our co-workers. They're supposed to do this and they are not doing. But you, the entrepreneur, you need to do a high level of feasibility studies. You just don't get up. You need to ask so many questions. Why are people failing in this business? And why are many also successful in this business? What are they doing right? And what are they doing wrong? You need to know all those things. So when you get all those things, then you add up your knowledge to it. And that is what is going to bring the competitiveness, that they are buying your goods and their goods will not be bought. When you ask questions, you know that when someone is selling his product at a cheaper price and your product is a higher price, you can go and buy his own, empty his shop and fill up your shop, and you can raise your price higher and you make a big margin of profit. It's looking smart and having tools that it takes to make those gains. It is not how rich you are. You can be rich, but when you enter into business, you fail. You can go into 1,000 businesses, you come back zero. Being smart is what will make you move forward. I want to gradually bring an end to this presentation. If there's any question, then we can ask and I will explain further. The last one is a question that you need to ask yourself, that am I able to take risks? If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you are not able to take risks, forget being an entrepreneur. Go and be a worker for someone to control you. If you are not able to take risks, forget it. If you are not able to answer the question I asked, am I able to take risks? And am I ready to be a successful entrepreneur? If you are able to answer to this question, you are good to go. If you are not, whatever business that you've started, stop it. Go and work for somebody, and that will make you a good person. Entrepreneurs are people who can take risks, not minor risks, major risks. And when you take that major risks, I assure you, you are not going to work hard. You are not going to be moving from office to office to sit at the comfort of your home or your office, and you command millions to locate you. At this point, if there is any question, we can ask.
Thank you very much for this presentation. I think it's laudable enough and then very deep. But there are a few questions here we would like to be practical about it.
Okay.
And the first question is a scripture or a story in the Bible as a minister where Jacob and Esau sold their birthright. Now, some of the commentary, it seems like Jacob was smarter enough to know when and how to get the blessings from his father. In this our time, how do we find opportunities and grab opportunities at our doorstep that it doesn't slip through our fingers?
Okay, I will give you an example. An issue happened just last week. There is this professional missing. He called himself a contractor, and there is this bidding for a construction work, a real estate, 150 bedrooms houses that he's supposed to take advantage of. Then he supposed to bring his bid. He brought a quotation, which price I wouldn't want to mention though. Then after he brought it, I look at it. Kind enough, I asked him to go back and work at it. Straight ahead, he told me that he's a professional mason. And with the estimate that he brought, he think he can win that contract. Then quickly, another person also came in, also submitted it. That person was very fast enough to know the first person's bid. And then he reduced everything drastically. And the contract was given to him. He was very smart. He asked so many questions before tendering his bid. Now, after some few days, the first person came and he was asking what happened to, and I said, oh, somebody took advantage of your high price, brought a lower one, and the contract is awarded. So sometimes we look at our professional level and we charge some amount that take us out of business. Little drop of water make a mighty ocean. You can first take a contract with a little profit margin, and then you move forward. That of the gentleman in the Bible that you mentioned, the guy was very smart. He took what we call the high risk, because he could have been caught. During the time that he wanted the Father to bless him, he could have been caught. But he took the highest risk. So that is a risk that he has taken. If we can also take that same risk today, we can also move forward. He has taken a risk that my father is blind, he cannot see. So if I am in that kind of garment, I'll look like my brother and I'll get that kind of blessing. And smartly enough, I'll be rich. He took that risk and he's rich. He's gotten the blessing. So we can also compare it to our bidding for contract and looking at our professional levels. See yourself as if you are not even qualified for that. So start from somewhere. Get the first one. Let them see how you can perform. How you can perform. If you are able to perform with that little one, they will call you for the next one. They can extend your contract for you. There is another one in this town. Go and do it. And it continues. So as you go and you increase your contract sum, it doesn't matter in any way. I don't know if my explanation is good. It's risks, both in making profit and also making sure that I will not be caught in the act.
So one of the things we consider from that story also has to do with the house of how they were doing their work. And some also suggest that the one who sold the birthright was always going to the bush looking for animals and killing them, using them for food, and then life goes on. So it was like a cycle. Every day you go to the bush, go and chase the animal, get the animal, kill it, come to town, cook it or sell it. And then the one who bought the birthright also was having live animals in the house, like he was rearing them in the house. So it was very easier to get animal right at his fingertips than the one going to the bush to now go and look for the uh, the animal. I'm saying this in relation to the fact that you said earlier on that you, if you are smart enough, you can be able to buy people's cheap goods and sell it on a higher price. how how
Yes.
how do we do that? How do we even get the resources?
Okay, for example, I manufacture cosmetics. Okay, very quality ones, of course. Then you you want to take advantage of what I'm doing. So you come to me. When you manufacture the product, how much do you sell? Then I tell you, maybe I sell it at 50 Ghana cedis. Then you say, okay, fine. When I bring you the chemicals and I bring you the containers, I bring you this, I bring you that. Your labor, how much are you charging for your labor? Then I say, oh, if only labor, then you get it at 10 cedi. Okay? When I tell you that, you are going to get the product for me at the cheapest cost. Then you move in, I will do everything for you, and now you are going to sell it. Now, my selling it at 50 included my margin of profit, because I'm going to do sales, pay salesmen and all that. I'm no more going to pay them. But then you are also not going to sell it at 50 Ghana. You are going to sell it maybe 70 Ghana, or even better, 100 Ghana. And you are going to get that whole thing. So there wouldn't be the need for you now to go and put up a factory, go and hire workers, go and do this, go and do that, go and do that. You just ask somebody, come, I want to do this. Do it for me, and we move forward. Simple. That is the advantage this gentleman also took. He saw that everything is there. Everything is there. The other person is in the forest and trying to do his own thing. So if he's trying to do his own thing, why can't me also take advantage of the things that he is having, so that I can also become the person I want to be? And I tell you, the person who come and tell us that we should produce for them, they are bringing everything, they make the highest profit and they move forward in life. Any question?
It's laudable. Now, there is a question here. So, what does it mean to work hard? When we are advised to work hard, what does it really mean? So, if you are watching us and you have a question, we have some few minutes to go. You can just drop your question at the comment section. I will take it. Jonathan Ochi is saying, great. Thank you very much, Jonathan Ochi, for joining us. Let us know where you are watching us from. And if you have a question, today we are discussing how to work smart, not hard. Papa, what does it take to work hard?
When we talk about working hard, as I said earlier in my presentation, working hard necessarily didn't mean that you are going to make a gain out of it. You can work hard and it will cost 90. So when you say working hard, it's like you are putting your all that you have, all your mind, everything into the thing. That is working hard. And working hard necessarily doesn't mean that when you work hard, you succeed. No, putting all your effort. That's why I say that waking up early in the morning, you go to work, and then you come late at night, and you said you are working hard. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Putting all your all inside is hard work. That is a simple meaning I can give in the business terms. Any question, if there is?
Two more questions, then we are done with this section. So, the other question has to do with, for instance, in Ghana, we have hard labor, works like masons, carpentry, all these people. And this time around, the introduction of technology, that it helps us
Mm-hmm.
make our jobs smarter, or it is best we continue doing the manual, because at first 50 people can do one manhole, and everybody can get like 100 cities they can share. Now one excavator is able to do that work within 15 minutes. Are we doing more harm to our good, or doing or to ourselves are doing good?
Okay. With the labor, now I've been watching a documentary on one of these Chinese technology television, and I saw them trying to use some simple machines to do plastering. I want to use the mason side to do plastering. And that technology is not a matter of you using your hand to be throwing the mortar and then be dressing it. It's just a machine you load by a press of a button. It goes up with the sun, spread it, and then dress it up, and it comes down. So within the space of about 5 minutes, a whole room was plastered. So if you are maybe a mason and you want to still be carrying that kind of mortar and all those kind of things, it will let your delivery period be long. So what do? Take advantage of the current technology that has come. Utilize it, and you see that you can deliver on time. So technology now is the key. The old system where you see people carrying blocks and all those kind of, now they are some small money. They are not expensive. Small machines. Pick the block, you just press it and raise it to the level. You just lift it, put it there, and then there is a gun, something gun. They use it to do the chalking of the blocks. You see, they are new technologies. They are not expensive. Everybody can afford it. I think highest will be about 500 Ghana cedis, and you are gone. Next question, please.
I think this is laudable. Our final question will be on the pricing issue, where these days the way agencies are chopping money in Ghana. I want us to address that issue. Agencies in rent, agencies in building, agencies in like a whole lot of sectors. You find agencies. So there's this guy who was working for us. We outsourced a business to him, and he said that it was a contract. So he has taken a contract and given to another master, and another master has also given to another master. So one money the master is taking, another master is taking, another master is taking. So the one really doing the work doesn't really get anything home. How do we address such issues with agencies? Somebody is having his house, and then somebody is renting it, and then the agent come for it, agent to charge agent fee, and to move to the owner, and then a whole lot of money being dispersed between the one point to the another. Is it a legitimate something we should encourage Ghanaian youth to venture into some of these agencies? Because I remember one of these days we spoke about the fact that if you don't have anything doing, you can just go to building sites, tell the contractors you can supply sand, you can supply stones, and then go
Good.
to the site, go and look for those who supplies them, and then go
Yes.
and then supply for them. Is this smartness, or is it a way of duping people in the system?
Okay. Um, in Ghana here, we find ourselves in a country, let me use a country, that the unemployment rate is very high. And normally, with those that we are fortunate to attend the university, is a universal education that when you attend university and you are poor, then you want to be poor. A university graduate is always above the poverty level. And so you don't wait for someone to create a job for you. So you can create the job for your own self. I had that discussion with you the last time about I am a professional accountant and I do so many things. I have sideline businesses that I've been doing. My leisure times when I am home, I'm not going anywhere. I go around, look for people who want to build. So I go and I take the contracts. When I take them, I look for expertise, people who are experts in that area, so that they will come and do it. A low cost, also get the difference and pocket it. You understand? It's a way of creating business for myself. It is a scam. This house is my house. I am renting it, and indeed, they will put somebody there, an agent there, and then they will pay the money to the agent, and then the agent will run away. When the tenants come, to his or her surprise, a new landlord will come up and say, "Oh, this is my house, and it is not even for rent. I don't know the one who rented it for." No. If I have a house and I put it up for rent, and an agent comes, the agent work is for him to go and look for a buyer. The agent will not take money from you, the landlord. They take it from the person who is coming to rent. There will be tenant. They have some charging, the 10% or 5%, they charge that. If you are able to succeed in that and the person rents the place, yes, you have made an income to yourself, rather than taking gun and knocking at people's door and robbing them. So for me, it's a way of creating businesses for themselves. But sometimes we, the citizens too, we are being too lazy also to go to the far end of things, to do things ourselves. And that is why this agency is now springing up in the country. I think it's well understood.
Sorry, my microphone went off. So there is also a question. Jonathan said he has a question. Jonathan, let's hear your question quickly before we bring this session to a close. Jonathan, let's hear your question. Papa, there is an issue about graduates and galamsey with working smart and not hard. I feel that they are the people who have gone to school are not getting the money people who go to galamsey are getting. So the galamsey people are now advising the graduates, and the graduates wants those who are doing galamsey to stop. Same is happening in ministry and in business field. People who have the knowledge are not getting the opportunity to utilize it. Those who are utilizing it do not also have the knowledge. How do we bridge the gap between these two people in solving basic issues in our country?
Okay, if I understand well, you're saying that the graduates now are asking those people who are doing galamsey to stop. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, but the graduate himself is also not having work.
The graduate is not working.
It's not working.
It's like
Okay,
he's not
fine.
getting the work to do, and money is in the pocket of those who didn't go to school, because they find themselves in a site, they make money, they can come and spoil you, do you show. You have gone to school 4 years and no job, and then you come and advise that we should stop those things you are doing. So it's like every time the talking is small, because you talk. Those who go to the field are getting something.
Okay,
how do we solve this issue?
good. Okay. In Galamsey, we have those who are having the license to do it. Those who have the license to mine. So if you are a graduate that you are unemployed, you can take an advantage from that opportunity, and you will also make sure that you will link up with the people who are doing the galamsey, and you can even go in with your expertise. A university graduate, no matter what course that you read at school, you'll be able to put up a business plan. You move to them and you tell them this is how we, if their activity is not legalized, you can bring a proposal and tell them these are the things or the plans that I can use to help you get it regularized or legalized. If theirs is legalized already, you can take an advantage of that. You can go and look for buyers for them. And you be a middleman, you don't have money to buy, but you can be an intermediary or a facilitator. And as simple as ABC, you understand? If it is an illegal thing, fine. I wouldn't want anybody to go into illegality. But when the person has the license and is working under a clear legal conditions, in they have formalities where a certain government body buys it and sell it and all those kind of things. And we have people also who come to the country and buy those things. So for me, you need to be a job creator, but not a job seeker. A graduate must be a job creator, but not a job seeker. Maybe if you do, if you're an accountant, or maybe you are a mechanical engineer, whilst you are waiting for that opportunity to come, you can venture into other fields and make sure that you make use of it. Thank you.
Much, Papa, for this insight. I think Jonathan said that from the little I've heard, it is right to say working hard is dealing things on your mind. That is discussion, emotional intelligence, etc. With a touch of passion, and the body is just enduring the stress. Thank you, Jonathan, for the comment. If you are
Yes, I
here and you
want
have
to
a
thank
comment, we are bringing a
Jonathan
session
for
to a
that.
close. So, Papa, a final.
What I want to do is I want to thank Jonathan for the comment. Working hard, it is the body that suffers,
Yes.
and then the mind also go through stress. But if you want to be smart, you can have more time for yourself to rest. There are certain things that you need not to go out from your home and do it. You can be in your home and you will connect and money will flow to you. You need not to even work out. You'll be in your home and money will flow to you. So working hard, I'm working hard, I'm toiling day and night, but I'm not gaining, should be the things of the past. Should be the things of the past, so that our youth should rather focus on things that will meet their needs on time. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, my network went off a little. So,
Okay.
Papa, before we bring this to a close, if there's a final submission you want to make, there's a appeal you want to make to Ghanaian youth, any message for them?
I think I'm not hearing you here.
I'm saying that before we bring the session to a close, I think there is another comment here. Um, Madam Beta Ado is saying very insightful. God bless you. God bless you, Madam Beta, for joining us.
Yes,
Any
Betado.
advice for our listeners, our viewers all over the world? Any final words for them?
Yes, I want to greet my sister Betado. It's been a long time. I know she's continuing the work of God as she did at Taifa. My last word is that we should enjoy effective time management. Time is what is killing our industries. We just do anything anyhow. We are not giving meaning to our work. We are not serious at it. When we get one city today, we are happy, we rest, hoping that we consume that one city and then go in for another one. But we don't know when the most devilish things will happen to us. And you are not able to accumulate money any longer. You cannot go out any longer. Your business connections are off. But when we are able to manage our time and we are our businesses, and we take advantage of every business, no matter how difficult it is, or how dirty it is, we will be able to make it alive. And we are not going to depend on the government. Government is there to make environment, business opportunities for us, but we have to utilize it. So we should not be blaming the government. We let us be job creators and not job seekers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Papa, for this insightful discussion. We are so much grateful, and we will hope to find you here again, talk to us on another subject. We want to appreciate you for your time and your resources, and for all who made time to watch us this afternoon. God bless you all. Next week, we'll be coming your way with another person on another topic. We want you to know that this is a platform to give you an insight about what you want to do, how you should do it, who to connect with, and where to start it. These are in-depth knowledge from people who have made it, and then they are sharing it with us. I believe it will do you more good. Share the page and share the link with other people and invite them to join us on Monday. Thank you very much, Papa, for this opportunity. We are much grateful for your time and your resources. Thank you all for joining us. We'll say bye bye for now, and we'll meet here on Monday. Papa, God bless you so much.
Thank you.